Alright guys, today I think we're going to be able to harvest. Right now the plan is that we're going to run a couple loads of corn, and then this afternoon, like 3-4 o'clock, we're going to see if we can't do some soybeans. It's been probably 2 weeks since we've been able to do beans, and we have a lot of them, so a lot left to harvest. So that's kind of the plan. We might have to dry them, I hope not, but that's what we're going to do if we have to. It's supposed to snow tomorrow, so that's where we're at for now. Look at George, experienced combine man.
One day, now he's combine man.
Hey, don't run over my truck. Alright, we're actually about to do a live stream on that Fendt combine. So if you want to watch that, go ahead and check it out. I'll probably leave it on the channel for a while. George is moving that combine. That scares the crap out of me. Well, we just finished up with the live stream. Now we're gonna put that thing back in the corner of the lot a little bit, and then we'll go check some soybeans. Unfortunately, it's, what is it, 1:30 now? Probably still too wet. Could be the last time I do that. How neat is that camera feature right there? That thing is stitching together 4 separate cameras to make that image. That is cool.
Here comes Mr. Brown, and there goes Mr. Brown. We're getting all situated, getting all of our monitors tuned. We're going to see if the beans are dry enough.
There's George eating. That's kind of what he does. He likes to eat. Alright guys, I came down here and got a, just made a round to check the moisture since my combine's already set for beans. And we are going to run. They're wet, they're 17%. Well, I guess I'm averaging 16.2. I think we're going to put them in the dryer, just kiss them with a little bit of heat, and make the best of what we can. Right now we're going to get out and move some trucks around and get Dad's combine changed over. Well, that went remarkably smoother than I expected. Didn't even hardly spin. That's how you get your George cam privileges revoked. Leaving cameras laying around. Rookie mistake. I really can't believe we haven't lost or crushed a camera yet. Dad's getting ready to clean out the dust collecting system on his combine. It plugs up in corn pretty quick, and it does make a difference in beans. Alright, here we go. We are going to the field that we got rained out of a couple weeks ago. To get there, we are combining our way there so we don't have to take heads off. This field that I'm in now is what we'll probably do after we get done with the field that we got rained out of. Hopefully the beans dry down a little bit more. It feels good to be getting these soybeans off. I've had some people ask me why we don't do our soybeans first like they do in other parts of the country. Well, usually we don't have this kind of weather typically. We'll start on corn first because it's usually ready first. We'll run some corn till we're able to cut beans. We'll cut our our ground that's going to wheat, and then as long as it's dry and sunny, we'll focus on beans. And then when it rains, we'll go back to corn. Or it just depends on situations like that. This year, it's just rained every other day, so I mean, that's why we've got a lot more corn acres done than bean acres, it seems like. I don't know, if we can get like a week of good dry weather, we can pretty much get all the beans out, I think. A lot of them are centrally located. I mean, we got about 1,200 acres counting our double crops, but probably 75% of that is very close to this area. So, I mean, we should be able to really make some progress, but then you look at the forecast and it's supposed to snow tomorrow.
And we still got a little water in the fields. But this field would be the first one to flood too when it floods.
good thing is the moisture's going down. Now we're down to 15%. I mean, ideally we want to be 13. That's what they consider dry beans at the elevator. So George is going to dry a batch, I think. Start to dry her up. It's just me, Dad, and George today. So he's running the cart for now, and then he's going to. That truck's just about loaded, so I think he's going to hop in, take it up there, and dump it. This field that we're harvesting right now, it's one of the lower fields on the farm, and this spring it had a lot of water over it, so keep having to stop, pick up driftwood out of the head. And we did our best to get everything out, but I mean, there's always going to find little stuff like that from time to time after a flood. One thing that's kind of interesting on my climate map, you can see on the aerial picture there's shade right where I'm standing at, or where I'm at. The yield's terrible right here. You can't grow anything in the shade. I don't know if I can get the camera there, you can see it, but there's the shade and there's the reflecting yield correlation. See, it's a little bit better than the first pass because we're a little bit more out of the shade. The next pass, I don't know if it'll be dark green, but it'll at least be yellow. Well, both combines are full and the grain cart's over there, so it's like I'm walking. I know one thing, it's cold. Kinda wish that I brought my coat now. Well, I screwed up the scales. Just recorded the weight that I just dumped from the field that we left earlier, so shame on me. Oh well, I hope I don't get fired.
There you go, Brian. Let's have a camera again. Look out. Now, you see Brian back there in the background, way back there in the truck. He had to take the truck in. He's going to dump the water. Move him up the rest of the field here behind me. He's taking that truck in and going that way back down there. Veterans everywhere. Back out here in the car in the country.
Hey, you got the damn signal here? Hey,
Hey,
how's this one?
there we go. Yeah, George just backed that truck about a quarter of a mile. Did a terrible job.
I did. I let her in Georgia overdrive over the hill. The only bad thing about it, if it'd been him backing it down there, he'd still be backing.
Oh, shoot.
That's right.
That is not true. If it had been that bad, I'd have just turned around the field.
Yeah. Truck up there and dumped the black truck.
Dad just started squawking. Neither one of us know what we're doing. Jesus. We got a plan though. We just don't know what it is.
That's right.
Well, Dad just went to engage his separator in his combine. He said his clean grain elevator ain't broke or isn't moving, so something's broke. Perfect. Hopefully it's just a belt or something simple. As soon as I get done dumping this, we'll go check. I don't really know what Dad's got going on with his combine. Something's wrong with his clean grain elevator. It kind of acts like something is inside of it and plugged it up, but we don't really know. Whatever it does, it's kind of feels like it's sprung it out. We can't even open the side panel right now. So he took it up to the barn. Looks like his machine is out of action for the night. Someone asked me earlier today in the live stream if we would ever consider buying like a larger size combine, like a Class 9 machine instead of two Class 7s. Tonight is the perfect example of why I would rather just keep two Class 7, Class 8 combines. Except, like, if we'd had one machine right now, we'd be out of commission, and we haven't really had the weather to do beans in a while, and that would really stink. So that's kind of why I like having two machines instead of one. 6 bushel a second was a lot better than 3. Well, good news. Dad was the last one to run this combine. He left snacks.
Welcome to the Team Never Quit podcast, the #1 podcast that inspires you to fight.
Sounds like Dad's combine, the clean grain elevator chain broke. So he is most definitely out of commission for tonight because we don't have one of those. As it starts getting darker, I got a feeling it's going to get tough tonight. It feels like it's going to be a pretty heavy frost just when you go outside. You can see on the cutter bar, the beans are just getting pushed. Moral of the story is, I need to replace the knife in this head just like we did Dad's. There goes the possum. Hope we don't play possum.
You got much more?
Just one round.
I think you hold it.
I just got done dumping. Now I'm lost trying to figure out where I am in this field. That's why I'm glad we got a map. Hey Mom, thanks for the sandwich. You know, Dad did a lot of this field while me and George were moving trucks. And I got to thinking, if it wasn't for this map, I wouldn't know if I'm missing anything or leaving anything back behind me or not. Anybody watching ever run into a situation like that? Maybe forget some beans in the dark and come back the next day and figure out that? We might be about to test the limits of a two-wheel drive combine. And the beans are really starting to get tough, and this dull sickle is really starting to show its limitations. I doubt we'll be able to run much longer. I'm hoping to finish loading the truck we're on. That'll probably be it. Starting to stick, just about went in. That way, the air is moving this direction, away from the combine. Wait till you see when we turn the next time. Where'd the field go? Where are the beans at? I can't see! There they are. Almost.
Go take care of you next step, child.
You're too good to me, George. Darn near forgot these soybeans. Well, that's it for combining for the night. Never fails. Every time I turn this camera on, someone calls. Alright, there's the problem. This is the clean grain elevator, this is the top of it. Whatever this piece is here, I don't think it's a paddle from the elevator. It doesn't look like a paddle, but it definitely looks like a combine part. It is under the sprocket at the top of the clean grain elevator. Completely plugging up the clean grain elevator. And now we can't get it off there. The clean grain chain is very tight right now because of that being under there. We've been pulling on it and I don't know what we're going to do. Yeah, I think your perforated screen's got a little bit of corn in it. Well, about an hour of colorful language later, we got the piece out. We don't know what it is. That's it right there. So we're probably gonna need a couple paddles for the grain elevator, but I don't know what that thing is. Whatever it is, we probably need one of those too. Dad seems to think that thing's a divider in the clean grain elevator. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Well guys, it's been an interesting day to say the least. We did our first YouTube live stream. We got to play with the Fent for the one last time. And harvested some beans and broke a combine. Oh well, stuff happens. Hopefully that's going to be an easy fix. We'll find out in the morning. Thanks for watching. If you like what you've seen, follow me on Instagram at Brian's Farming Videos, Twitter at Brian's Farming Videos, or Facebook at Brown Farms, and we'll see you in the morning.